This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. Happy Friday. I am your host, Gianna, and today we've got the opportunity to get to know Scott Sherman. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Scott.
Hey, glad to be here.
Of course. So, give us the background. Give us the lowdown on Scott Sherman. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you find yourself to be a real estate agent?
So I'm from Stockton, California. Geographically speaking, it's a great area. We're right in a central valley. We have 7 rivers that empty into the city. We begin the Delta system. It's a huge boating community out here, and it's just right in between everything. Sacramento, San Francisco, Lake Tahoe, the ocean. I kind of, after high school, military, college, and then was investing in properties, and I was buying properties. I never wanted to be a real estate agent, ever. I did. I'm actually, that's kind of a funny, and you could probably ask me more questions on that after, but I went through a period where I just was having too much fun, and I spent all the money that I had invested and all the money I made, and then I went for the easiest route, which, since I was in real estate, I was like, well, why don't I just be a realtor? And I decided that in 2018, 17, 18. And then from that, it was being a realtor is so easy. It's like you just ask people if they want to sell their house, and they just say yes most of the time. So it just made sense to do that. And I didn't really know where I was going to go. It was kind of like let's just do this for a year. But then after a year, it became something really, it just was too easy, where the first year was 100,000, next year 200,000, next year $1 million, and then going, it's going 2 million, or so forth and so forth. And so right now we're probably going to hit around 2 million this year. That's in commissions, and we're in a area where the price of property is, I don't know, houses are probably average only 400, but to do the sales we wanted, I'm well, I can't be doing $400,000 sales, because then I'm going to have to do way more of those. So I just started focusing on the $1 million ones, and they were also very easy. So it was more wherever you focus on is what you get. So that's what's going on. I don't know how long I'll remain a real estate agent, but I will say that it's easy, and now I'm starting to create a team. So I do like that.
Sure, absolutely, Scott. And, with that background, obviously EXP wasn't your first brokerage. So how were you introduced to EXP?
I went through a couple brokerages, and I went to EXP primarily because I was with Keller Williams, and the management in Stockton was horrible. They were really bad. They overlooking my shoulder. I thought I was being a realtor, I would be running my own business. They were monitoring my social media, monitoring my moves, monitoring my listings, always telling me to fix this, fix that, and they were kind of like a dictatorship, and I didn't like it. And that might not be the same for every marketplace, but in my marketplace it was. So I was looking for something with low management. I knew nothing about EXP. All I knew is that it was electronic brokerage, and it was easy. Yes. I wouldn't have somebody overlooking my shoulder constantly. So I just went to it. I didn't, all I knew was the cap. I didn't know anything else. I didn't even know there was an icon thing. I didn't know, I didn't know anything about the recruiting. I didn't know anything about any of that. I just joined it just to join it. And I joined with a friend that had I had done some previous investing with, so it was just like, okay, I'm going to join with you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's great. And Scott, now that you're here, obviously you mentioned that you really enjoy the freedom and flexibility of EXP, but what's your favorite part about it? It's got stock options, collaboration, rev share,
Yeah,
great
yeah. So
community.
I would say it's the that one after the first year that for like 2021, I hit Icon, and I would say that the best part about it is that I don't think there's one brokerage that'll actually pay you to be with the brokerage. And so when I hit Icon, they gave us like incentives to go to the conference and stuff. Like, anyways, I think I ended up getting somewhere between like $22,000 and $24,000 in stock, and the stock. That stock went and doubled, and I ended up in like within 2 weeks of getting the cash, turned into like $54,000. When you deduct what I put in with everything, I profit. I think my expenses were a total of 20,000 in EXP, so I actually profited around. I think that was $34,000, and I was thinking to myself, well, I don't think there's any brokerage out there that'll ever pay me $34,000 to be with them. Most brokerages are just trying to nickel and dime you and not give back. So
Right.
right there, simply put, like, I actually make money being with EXP.
Yeah.
Like, I literally make it. Yeah.
Yeah, as a business owner, as a entrepreneur, as somebody trying to make a living, that's everybody wants that. So that's awesome, Scott. And Scott, before we dive into all things Icon, tell me about you, your work-life balance. How do you draw the line between work and play? How do you balance it all?
I would say that what I don't really, I do investing when I'm not working as a real estate agent. So I work Monday through Thursday. I don't even do out of the office appointments. I only for very few people. Um, and then Thursday afternoon, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm out doing other things like other maybe real estate projects, my own investments. I have some pretty decent investments that I've picked up over the last 2 years, and I just kind of squeeze time here and there. And when I squeeze time, I pick up another phone and I leave this phone that I usually carry in the office, and then the phone I have is a backup phone where it forwards to if the office doesn't pick up the phone. Like, that's the best thing I could do. No family, no girlfriend, no kids. So I do get an easier lifestyle than most. So I could come home at 10 and not have to hear from anybody. So I'm very fortunate for that, I would say.
Okay, awesome. And Scott, as far as like scaling up to your level of production, obviously you've had to make hires and leverage some things out. So what were some of those first hires you made, as an independent real estate agent, and certain tasks that you really took control of to be able to scale up to where you're at right now?
I hired an assistant, and she was really good at helping me keep my stuff together. Through her, we ended up hiring other people, a lot of firing, and I think now I have around 12 people working for me, like a few labor guys that are out fixing up stuff out in properties, a couple virtual assistants, a full-time transaction manager, a part-time runner, an accountant, and my main assistant. And then agents just kind of come. They just they call. They see kind of the experience, and they call, and like if they're a good fit, if I think that they're somebody that's going to focus, then I'm like, come on in, come work with us. Otherwise, I'm like, go somewhere else. Like, I don't need somebody that's going to take my time.
For sure.
Yeah.
I respect that, drawing boundaries there. You're not just in it for, hey, yeah, be on my team, whatever, Rev. You need somebody that is going to be part of your team and hardworking and fits those morals. So, Scott, my next question is, let's talk production in your market. What does the average housing price look like for you, and how many homes do you have to sell to be able to cap?
So I would say Shoot, I probably sell 5 properties to cap, but I am kind of I would say on the residential side, I kind of cheat just a little bit because I've knocked out a few commercial ones where I might sell one commercial one and cap on the first one. So it kind of made sense to go after some of the ones in this marketplace. Like there was one property that was, I think I sold for like 3 million, and that was an instant cap in like a first week of January.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it especially when the commission's 6 or 7%, so it just makes it really simple.
Yeah.
But the average, we probably do 70%, 75% houses, and then we're doing the commercial industrial side. So I won't be on the residential side much longer. I'll be switching over to commercial because of it. It's and then I'm having my assistant. We're looking for another assistant to hire so that she could be working the residential side while I move on to the commercial industrial side, because it's an untapped market. It's really easy to get into. It's really, I mean, real estate, selling real estate, it's like selling drugs in a sense. It's super, super easy.
Yeah.
There's people that want to sell, they have properties. All you have to do is figure out how to get those people. And that's easy too.
Absolutely. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, Scott, beyond just production, you also have that cultural commitment. So you have to be a mentor, coach, be on panels. So which one do you choose, and why do you choose that as your cultural commitment?
I did the mentor thing, and I'm very strict on the mentor thing. So they've tried to throw me just anybody, but my number one requirement is that the mentoree has to call me.
Okay.
Half of them don't call.
Wow.
Like half, like maybe 75% don't call. So I really became a mentor to mentor the people that come in under me, because what I saw was there's some mentors I felt like, I don't know these guys that are mentoring these guys. And I'm like, I feel like they're going to get more learning from me, and I'm going to be teaching them anyways. Sure. So I probably should. So it just made sense to do that. And so it was when they said that I had to do that, I was like, okay, well, that's done.
Right.
It wasn't even a second guess, and I'm working on those other items just so I have a full belt. There's a mosquito right here. I'm in an industrial warehouse, by the way.
I see it.
Got it.
Well, that's awesome. I could respect that you have respect for your time, and you want these people to come in and actually learn something, but that they want to learn and that they want to gain this value. So that's really cool, Scott. And beyond that, tell me your favorite part about being an icon agent, right? You obviously get that cap back in stock, opportunity to go to EXP Con, shareholders, big glass shiny trophies. So why do you like being an icon agent? Why do you set that as a standard for yourself?
Well, I mean, the incentive in actually making money to be with a company, I think is really good. That's probably the biggest thing. And then next, besides that, I think that it goes back to when you start about how many no's and how many self or doubt that you get from everybody else. Like, you could tell 100 people what you're going to do, and 95% of them are going to say that's not possible, you can't do that, this and that. And so I think as you progress, it's reminding and remembering that you can't listen to people. And I think that's part of it, because I don't know what it is, but I don't understand. It's like that's the different stories that you hear, like the monkeys in the arena where like they hang bananas down, and like they just hang them right out of reach, and where none of them can get the bananas, and then they let a new monkey in, and then the bananas they lower the bananas, but since the other monkeys couldn't get them, they stop. And literally that monkey tries to go get the bananas, and everybody pulls the freaking monkey down. Like, they don't let it even try. So it's like everybody's own experiences are mostly heard from, they hear from stories. It's mostly what people hear from stories. They don't actually by themselves, and then they push that onto other people. So I think that would be part of it is knowing that I've passed up not listening to people, not believing them. Like the what is it? 95% of people say go get a college education and go work for somebody. Think about that. Like you have to get past that. You have to get past all that. You have to know that you're going to break the barrier, that you're going to change that.
Absolutely. And, Scott, those are some great points to make. And to be over at EXP, you really have to be a self-starter. And so for those that are looking to make the switch over here, they see that Icon Award and maybe they're shooting to get that Icon Award within their first year. Is that possible for them? What are
yeah, absolutely.
What major mistakes to avoid? Go into that.
Well, for one, stop coming in and saying, I'm going to just do a couple $100,000 deals just to get my feet wet. Or like most people are going to say, just work with buyers first. Just do this. Don't listen to that crap. Don't ever say, I'm going to start slow and work my way up. Go straight to it. Go straight 100% to it. If you can't hear me well, let me know and I'll try to find another spot.
Yeah, you're good.
So go straight to it. Go straight to the $1 million people. Go straight to the $2 million people. Stop setting your goals low. Remember, set your goals higher, because the biggest thing with people is they all set their goals so low, so it actually makes your goals harder to reach. When you set your goal higher, since there's less people going for it, it's easier. It's way, way, way easier. The other thing is, stop thinking that you're just going to do it by yourself. You're barely going to make any money at first, or it's going to be slow. Just go work with somebody that's super experienced. Like, go meet somebody that is crazy good. Look at the best person in your marketplace. Go work for them for free for a month or 2 months. Just say you'll do anything for them for a month or two. They will end up paying you, I guarantee it. But go work for them for free. Go learn from them. And in that 2 months, it'll be equivalent to 5 years of learning experience. So, like, hands down. And I say that, and I still have a hard time doing that. So it's like, do as I say, not as I do. But but I know for sure, like, I have to keep trying to surround myself with better people. And the better people that you surround yourself with is how you're going to grow faster. It's just hard for, I think, us as individuals to do it. And do it not expecting them to give you anything, but knowing that you're going to learn something.
Right. Absolutely. I really like that. And, it is about the learning process and continually evolving. And, there's great mentorship programs with EXP. There are people that you can get involved with that are just like, they just know so much and they want to give you that knowledge. And Scott, when it first comes to EXP, were you ever skeptical of it?
Was I what?
Skeptical of EXP?
No, I wasn't skeptical at all. It was more of a, I'm just moving slight locations so this vibration doesn't kill me. What I am skeptical about is people that just are trying to do it just to get people in to recruit, and they don't care about their progress. I do believe that when people are recruiting, they really should set a better follow-up system with how they're going to improve them. Not just say, hey, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this. And then all of a sudden, once they recruit them, it's like they forgot the post follow-up, like to, hey, how are you doing? What can I do to increase your sales? Or how's your mentor? Or making sure that they're the right mentor. I don't like that part. Because that it really does give a bad name for people, and like a bad experience. I've talked to a lot of people that have gone to multiple brokerages. They sell you the world. It's like a recruiter for the military. They sell you the world, and then you get in, and that recruiter doesn't freaking care about you anymore. And it's like those guys that do that, I hate to see that. They need to also create a training system or a follow-up system, even if it's not them, if it's somebody of their team that's kind of following up to checking on them. Once that's created with EXP, like, and that it'll come soon. I know it will, because I'm sure they see it. We will become unstoppable, and like there's just no way to ever stop. Our growth would probably go times 10, times 20 in 1 year for this company.
Absolutely. No, that's awesome. And I like the way that that you would implement a structure, because you're right. A lot of people, they are approached and they're turned off by EXP because, hey, oh, they're just trying to recruit me. Oh, it's all the rev share, when there's really so much more to offer. And Scott, would what would you have to say to somebody watching right now that's thinking about making the jump to EXP, but they're nervous because it's a pyramid scheme, it's a cult, all those things that they like to say about EXP?
Well, I don't know an organization that's not a pyramid scheme. Go look at the presidency, look at the military, look at your high school, look at your college. I'm pretty sure there's one person on top that gets paid more. I'm pretty sure that they have to work their way to get there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when an organization starts, it only starts with 1 or 2 people, and then it grows to be more. I mean, if that's not a pyramid, I don't know what is.
Right.
So, yeah, it is a pyramid scheme. Isn't everything a pyramid scheme?
Truly.
Like everything. Don't be, stop listening to stories. Stop listening to the negative stories. Make your own. And then look for the people that you can reach out to that are successful. And like I said, be the person that works for them for free if you have to. Stop looking for oh, I can't work for this person, they're not offering me enough. Get offered nothing, and I guarantee you that you will get offered more.
That's awesome. No, that's great advice to follow through on. And Scott, are you going to be at EXP Con this year?
I'll be there. I think it's kind of hard not to go when your company literally pays you to be with them.
Yeah. And then that money multiplies.
Give me a quick second. I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna go in this room. It's gonna be dark.
You're good, Scott. Literally, we're on our last question, so you're good.
Okay. I can't turn on a light in here, so I'm just gonna be dark.
Our guys in the dark now. Well, Scott, as we're wrapping up today, is there anything that you'd like to leave the listeners with?
I would say, write down I guess the 10X rule. I guess write down your goals of what you want to do in 10 years, and then say, how do I get there faster?
No, that's great advice. And you guys, if you have questions about EXP, reach out to Scott, get involved, make that phone call, ask those questions, and be skeptical, right? This is a choice for your career, and it may not be right for you, but for a lot of people, it is a great, life-changing, career-changing move. And Scott, I plan to catch up with you in Vegas. Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
All right, cool. Thanks. Bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success, and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at SphereRocketVA.com and find out how we can make your life easier.